I have to throw off my civilian garb. Now we journey as a pharaoh.
Ah, no, stop. No. Get up, piss off.
As a pharaoh, we journey.
Stop it.
No. Yeah. Alright, cool. I am ready to search new horizons in this harsh and unforgiving land, to conquer new worlds for Egypt, Upper and Lower Egypt. What do you mean Twingnak appears? Seraph safe. Is that any way to speak to a pharaoh? Already the sun sets of the harsh Arabian sands, and we find ourselves racing the shadows, looking for a place where we can spend the night, fighting off the massive hordes of zombies. They say the ancestors carved these great monuments into the mountains. Well, I don't know about the ancestors, but I know that we'll be safe here. Surely, nobody will bother us as we wait, because I forgot to bring a bed. It's alright, Seraph safe. I understand. But we must be wise, for we desert folk live on the harsh brink of reality. We pray to the Ifrit, to Shaitan, Shai-Hulud, and under the great auspices of the Sultan and the Pharaoh, we are kept safe. By keeping us in their prayers, we know that we shall enjoy the blessings of Amun-Ra before too long. But Seraph safe, without this hole, how will I enjoy the mysteries of Nut above us, as she looks over us, Macadamia, the worlds that we look beyond the stars, where the gods and pharaohs of old play. Truly, when Re came and made all of creation, it was a mysterious thing that he created before us. Do you know of the story of Nut and her lover Geb? How in Re, in the first light of Nun, when he made everything with his mighty mind, that he did separate Nut and Geb with their first child, Wind. It is said that in the waters of the Nun, there was no light. All was simply darkness, a thick, encompassing darkness of nothingness that wrapped around us like a cloak, strangled us. And inside of that Nun, that chaos, the primordial waters of nothing, there was suddenly a great and powerful voice that ripped open the fabric of the cosmos. And that voice said but one thing: Ptah, God of creation himself. Ptah, the force of almighty light, Ptah, gave birth to Re, who wrestled for 1,000 days and 1,000 nights, a mighty snake that coiled around his ankle, and that snake was known as Apep. Every time that Apep would try to bite Re with his massive fangs and his dripping venoms, Re would rip Apep's head, only for Apep to grow a new one. For in their mighty primordial struggle, neither Re nor Apep could gain the upper hand. Such is the Ma'at, the eternal cycle of order over chaos. For while Ptah was powerful, was able to split the Nun with his voice, when Ptah created creation itself, he also created destruction. And so Apep, being the being of pure destruction that he is, encoiled himself around Re to destroy all that Ptah had created. Neither would win, and neither would lose. Such is the mystery of the Ptah, and such is the rules of the Ma'at. And one day Re would go on to make Kemet, and all of Egypt, but that is another story. Alright, I'm ready to go. I think we shall journey in the night. By journeying in the night, we will be safe from the harsh sunlight. There are many dangers when we walk through the lands of the Berbers and the Maghreb, but these dangers are things that we must face together as we look for new lands. Oh, Berbers! Berbers! No! Yeah. You ain't gonna get me, Berbers. I might freeze to death. Luckily, as a pharaoh, I have a warm and woolly coat, keeping me safe from the horrors of the desert, of the frozen deserts. Yeah. A desert bunny. Boing, boing. Where's the desert bunny? Alright, Berbers. You think you're better than me? Ah, Ethiopians! Yeah. Although I don't think the Egyptians called them Ethiopians. I think they called them Abyssinians. Or Abyssinians might be later still. Because Abyssinia, I think, was discovered / developed around the 17th century? As with everything, my history of the region is rudimentary at best. Well, listen, Berber. We killed the Berber. Karnak is always quite warm. Plus, he's also a cat. Listen, get you a Karnak on your lap. Having a pharaoh on your lap is the best way to ensure peace and prosperity for all. Yeah. Isis looks over us, her beauty unrivaled. Bananas, get on that. True. As Isis sets, the glory of the celestial bark will rise over the horizon, and we shall see once again be kissed by the light of Re, Amun-Ra, god of everything. Ra is so powerful, his light literally touches every grain of sand in Kemet. And as Isis goes down into the Duat, Ra rises to Kemet. Such is the Ma'at. All hail the Ma'at! Buy a small Karnak? Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Elijah. That's a good trade-off. Water source. Fertile lands. Osiris has blessed us with plenty. Now we can wash. It is important for an Egyptian to wash every part of their body with soaps made from animal fats. After you've washed, a small meal of bread, dates, and figs. For there is a hard day's journey ahead of us, and we cannot be complacent. I would not be flustered. You'd be flustered. You'd be more flustered than me, actually. Now come, chateaus. It is time to search for our distant lands. Right here in the south, we can finally find the origins of the Nile itself, as it stretches to infinity. Also, after bathing, if you're a holy man, make sure you shave your head, because you can't have a single hair of you cannot have a single hair on your body if you are to be in the presence of a god. A fig farm's actually just bug farms. Maybe. To be honest, I don't know much about farming pigs myself, being a pharaoh. Yeah, my 57. How's it going? How's it going? Got the cutest car out with doggos on the way in. Oh, that's so cool. We found a peoples. Be they Berbers, be they Abyssinians, Libyans, Carthaginians. We must be careful, but they do not necessarily know the light of Re. Hello, friend. They speak a strange language. Are they Somali? How far south have we come? From the lands of Lower Egypt. My 57. Well, it's true, my 57. Okay. Look, if you're a holy man or a holy woman, you are not allowed to have a single hair on your body when in the presence of a god. Okay. I don't make the rule, my 57. The gods make the rules. I merely communicate them as the pharaoh. What do you mean my wig? I don't have a wig. It's my hair. Hello, loved person. How are you? How are you? We're on an Arabian adventure. Yeah. Trading in silks and gems mined from the local mountains. The Somalis, Nubians, and the Abyssinians made good trade with us in Lower Egypt, sending their barks up the River Nile. They were always welcome in the land of Kemet. Very true, mate. Why do the gods want me hairless and oiled? What's going on, gods? Look, we're not sure why that was the tradition. Yeah, we can say that it was definitely a mark of status to be bald and to be completely shaved. And we can also say that like the clergy and priesthood were always shaved. I cannot trade with any of these Somalis for their beds, but I shall leave him a golden carrot as a currency that they understand. As I take his bed for my own uses. I'm not gonna steal a whole bedroom. I'm just gonna steal a bed. Okay, I'm not a monster. That's a little Karnak. Hello, little Karnak. Yeah. I have to make sure I'm still going the right direction. All right, let's gauge the celestial bark. Still has a little ways to go, so we'll keep on our journey. It's an honor for them to give me a bed. Exactly. Oh yeah, orange purple. Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, you have to be clean in the presence of a god. Absolutely. And obviously hair can like have things living in it, especially in the ancient times, right? So if you shave off all your hair, then you've definitely solved that problem. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I bet that's the reason. Because obviously, yeah, because they also did their shaving exactly after doing a bath as well. The things you learn from hieroglyphics. See, a sunken ship. Yeah. Holy pyramid. Exactly, Elijah Bell. Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you go south of the lands of Kemet, you find all sorts of mysteries. Ancient rulers, buried long ago and forgotten in these lands. Have they been a victim of tomb robbing? Do their souls live forever in the afterlife? Can I get up there? Yeah. I don't like this. I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I don't have a way of flying, so... Shit. Macadamia. Tomb robbing, exactly. We're just collecting historical evidence. It's important. It's important. We have to preserve the memories of our ancestors. I think I might leave the pyramid because the pyramid's a little bit scary. So I can't dig it. If I had a way of flying, I'd go into the pyramid, but I don't have a way of flying, so that's why I have to leave it alone. You're joining Macadamia, good intro of this story. I'm sorry. Alrighty. Into the soft loamy soil we go, looking for the Oracle of Amun-Ra. Yeah. Because it's a new day, do not forget to bathe. Give thanks to Happy, the pufferfish of the Nile. And give thanks to Anuket. And let's pray that we don't get on Sobek's bad side today. Or Kex. Because that's the last thing we need, is frogs and alligators. Alright, I think we'll go this way. Oh, Nile source down there. Hup, 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 hup. Yeah, we won't go too deep into that. Oh, this is scales, yeah. The Anubis will judge my heart against the feather. And if I'm guilty of anything, then I shall be condemned. Hopefully I have served my people well. You've put up the hippo monster. Oh, what's the hippo monster? What's it called? It's, oh, I should know this one. It's one of the gods of destruction. To be fair to me, the pantheon's a bit crowded. There are only like 2,000 different gods in ancient Egypt, okay? Yeah. Off we journey. Ooh. This tower probably signifies the southernmost land of, Abyssinia. So this obelisk would be to some ruler of Abyssinia. So if we go south from here, we should enter the new lands. Far removed from our native Kemet. It's a fake pharaoh. I'm not a fake pharaoh. Listen, I know my Egyptian mythology. I'm just gonna look it up. Alright. Look, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you on the guy I'm thinking of, okay? Because I'm not thinking of Taweret. Yeah, I think for me, I know about 15 different gods in Egypt. I think 15. I reckon I could do 15. When I say I remember a god, I mean like, I remember the god, I remember its domain, I remember what it basically does, and whether it's on the side of order or chaos. It's a Banui, 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 it's a Banui. What is this place? Because surely this isn't... No, this is a different Abyssinian village. We're entering the jungles of Central Africa now. Truly the end of the world. The Savannah. Finally we can be one with the land. Yeah. Chunkins! Man, we found a Chunkins. Absolutely, this biome is awesome. Nothing beats the Savannah at sunset. And so Ra descends into the Duat to visit his son, Osiris, Pharaoh of the afterlife. Meanwhile, we should get ready so the forces of evil don't molest us. We've journeyed far across the desert sands, beyond old Abyssinia. Yeah. And deep into the place where the waters meet the waters. It's another day. Time to wash. Give thanks to Happy. Yeah. Well, I think it's time that we claim this area for Upper and Lower Egypt. I think a small outpost here would suit us. Yeah. To cozy mode. Hehe.